Roger Schwarz, the Skilled Facilitator, a comprehensive resource for consultants, facilitators, managers, trainers, and coaches. In this summary of Roger Schwarz's The Skilled Facilitator, we explore the various roles a facilitator can take and the core values to uphold in order to enhance team effectiveness. Schwarz provides valuable insights into guiding a group, helping its members communicate effectively and sharing experience and knowledge. The Skilled Facilitator approach is analogous to a computer's operating system, increasing the effectiveness of any group or team it is applied to. With this crucial roadmap, you will uncover the methods, principles, and 9 ground rules to efficiently lead meetings while empowering group members.
Effective facilitation roles. Companies operate in a complex environment using teams while incorporating a facilitator to enhance teamwork. The facilitator needs to adopt different roles to effectively manage the team. As a facilitator, there are different approaches to the role you take, which include facilitator role, facilitative consultant, facilitative coach, and facilitative trainer. The facilitator's responsibility is to enhance the effectiveness of the group by improving the processes and structures. To avoid confusion, it is crucial to assume the appropriate role while leading a group. In challenging roles, such as facilitator leader, opinions should be shared to identify any gaps. The Skilled Facilitator approach. Enhance team effectiveness by following the Skilled Facilitator approach, which values valid information, free and informed choice, internal commitment to decisions, and compassion towards others. This approach requires offering accurate data that people trust as true, allowing open and honest discussion without withholding details, encouraging people to take responsibility for their decisions, and avoiding judgment of others while respecting diverse perspectives. By utilizing these 4 core values, any team can improve its communication and collaboration, leading to better outcomes and a stronger team dynamic. Effective communication. Assume integrity, share information, consider others' perspectives, and communicate effectively by viewing diverse perspectives as avenues for learning. The Skilled Facilitator approach increases the efficiency of any compatible application software it runs with, making it an effective operating system software. Reactions should be considered before sharing your conclusions. 9 rules to follow for effective meetings. Effective communication is crucial for successful meetings, and to facilitate this, there are 9 rules that everyone should adhere to. The first is to not accept everything at face value but to evaluate new information using the ladder of inference, which involves noting directly observable data, selecting data, translating and labeling data, evaluating and causally explaining, and making decisions. The second rule is to share all relevant information, even if it contradicts one's position. The third is to use specific examples and agree on the meaning of important words. The fourth is to explain one's reasoning and intention for reaching a particular conclusion. The fifth is to focus on interests rather than positions, which allows for better decision-making. The sixth is to combine advocacy and inquiry to encourage a focused conversation. The seventh is to jointly design next steps and ways to test disagreements. The eighth is to discuss undiscussable issues, even if it may cause discomfort, to avoid deteriorating situations. Lastly, the ninth is to use a decision-making rule that generates the level of commitment needed, considering the circumstances, and ensuring that everyone's voices are heard. By following these 9 rules, meeting participants can communicate effectively, reach decisions efficiently, and maintain a cohesive and productive working environment. Mastering conflict resolution. Understanding how to resolve conflict in the workplace is crucial for successful outcomes and teamwork. The diagnosis intervention cycle can guide you through the process in 6 steps. When dealing with interpersonal conflict or behavioral issues in the workplace, it's essential to follow a structured approach to address the problem effectively. The diagnosis intervention cycle is a 6-step process that can help you navigate through the situation. Step 1. Observe behavior. Identify the problematic behavior and use both verbal and nonverbal cues to evaluate the situation. Step 2. Infer meaning. Consider both verbal and nonverbal cues to understand the underlying message behind the behavior. Step 3. Decide whether, how, and why to intervene. Once you have evaluated the situation, decide whether and how to intervene effectively. Step 4. Describe behavior. Describe the behavior and seek clarification from the parties involved. Step 5. Share inferences. Communicate your conclusions based on what you observed, and explain how it goes against ground rules. Step 6. Help the group decide. Solicit feedback from everyone involved and involve them in the decision-making process to move forward. It's important to maintain respect for all parties involved and speak without jargon or belittling humor. Don't intervene unless the behavior is consistently disruptive. Use the 6-step process to guide you in the right direction. By mastering conflict resolution, you can create a harmonious work environment that fosters teamwork, collaboration, and success. Effective problem-solving process. To lead a successful problem-solving process, start by defining the problem, establishing criteria for evaluating solutions, identifying root causes, generating alternative solutions, evaluating them based on assigned criteria, and selecting the best solutions for a pilot test. Finally, develop an action plan, implement it while keeping track of progress, and evaluate outcomes and the process for future improvements. Encourage everyone to brainstorm and integrate their suggestions to find useful solutions that meet the criteria while promoting cooperation among coworkers. Involve each team member in the action plan's implementation by assigning roles and responsibilities and setting deadlines, ensuring everyone stays engaged in the process throughout. By following these steps, teams can optimize their problem-solving skills and work together more effectively in the future. Tactics for effective facilitation. This book provides useful tactics for handling various circumstances that may arise during facilitation. The author offers tips for beginning and ending meetings, dealing with emotions, looking for opportunities to move discussions in new directions, handling angry participants, and contracting with clients. To begin a meeting effectively, the facilitator should arrange the room for optimal viewing and hearing, sit at the head of the room to signal their special role, give a brief summary of previous meetings, ensure agreement on the meeting's purpose, agenda, and ground rules, and explain their role as a neutral party. To end the meeting, the facilitator should review decisions made and establish plans for future action. Dealing with emotions is another critical aspect of effective facilitation. Although a facilitator is not a therapist, they play a crucial role in helping the group function by managing displays of emotions. In tense situations, they should first name their own emotions and identify why they feel that way, which can make it easier to assess the situation clearly. It is also essential to recognize that everyone's emotions are valid and to avoid overreacting, which can interfere with their ability to assess the situation objectively. The book suggests looking for the gift in unexpected comments that can move discussions in fascinating directions. Instead of avoiding heated comments, facilitators should encourage group members to identify conflicts and suggest remedies. If they collectively choose to move on, the facilitator has enabled them to make an informed decision. Handling angry participants is another critical skill for effective facilitation. The diagnosis-intervention cycle and establishing ground rules are helpful in assessing the situation and managing participants' anger. Facilitators should assure them that they did not intend to anger them and ask for feedback to ensure constructive communication. Finally, contracting with clients is an excellent way to create a collaborative environment and establish clear expectations. This includes discussing the company's problem, devising a facilitation strategy, and agreeing on ground rules and agendas. If co-facilitating with another person, it is essential to agree in advance on how to run the meetings. Overall, this book provides practical tactics for skilled facilitation that can help facilitators manage various situations and create an effective and productive environment for group discussions.
The Skilled Facilitator offers a comprehensive resource for professionals as they develop their facilitation skills, enabling them to lead groups to meaningful decisions and overcoming challenges. By adapting your leadership role, embracing core values, and fostering open communication, you can maximize group effectiveness. Schwarz outlines a series of guidelines, techniques, and practical examples, such as the 9 ground rules for meetings and the diagnosis intervention cycle, to handle various situations that may arise during your facilitation. As you apply the lessons from this book, you will excel as a consultant, facilitator, manager, trainer, or coach, leading your team to greater success.